people, how are you doing today? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having an amazing day, of course, as usual. And yeah, is it really bad to be afraid, to have this fear? And well, of course, I'm going to tell you the answer right away. It's no. It's not bad. It's not bad, but sometimes we have the incorrect kind of fear. And that's something that I wanted to share with you today. Because as you know, and maybe if you've seen my stories, I've been running right now in the mornings, changing my habits, and that's something that I really needed to do already for a long time ago. Like from a long time ago, I needed to do this, but but now I started. I'm being very meticulous about it. From Monday to Saturday to go jogging, very early in the morning. It's really changed my habits. But something that helps me also is that I take that advantage to be listening to some audiobooks, listening to to something that has to do with my personal or my professional growth, right? And thank you very much for everyone that is connecting already. Berta, how you doing? And thank you very much for the ones that are connecting from US, from Spain, from different parts of the world. Thank you very much for your messages and for all that we're collaborating. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And well, let's get down to this, So this I remembered because in this morning when I was running, I thought about one of my teachers that it was in junior high school, and he told us this story. Well, not this story. This was what happened to him. It's like when he was little, he was having these tremendous headaches, and something they had to do is that he went into surgery and they just disconnected some of the nerves so that on his head he wouldn't have that pain, right? Because it was like just unbearable. So since he was a kid and until this moment, up to that point, he couldn't feel anything on his head. So he said he had to be very careful because he could end up having just bleeding himself to death if he had something happened to his head and he didn't notice about it, so he had to be very, very careful with that, with his head all the time. And what is that what is the connection between pain and fear? And it's because both of them are just indicators. They're just indicators that you have natural in your body, right? One of them is more of a feeling kind of thing, and the other one like more of an appreciation kind of thing. The other one's physical, But what happens here is that both of them are just indicators. It's not that they are good or they are bad. It's bad if you don't take consideration of what they are really indicating, right? Because that's their job. But one of the things here is that sometimes we have I think that I would call it is useless fear, some useless fear. Why? Because we've put some power into some activities, something that we're doing that doesn't really help us out going further. It doesn't help us do things in a different way. It doesn't help us advance. It doesn't help us with anything, achieving goals, nothing at all. So how can we know that we have honest fear or we have useless fear, And there is where this comes in, And let's remember that we just changed the name to fear to now we name it stress, yeah? So once you know what stresses you, it's going to be a lot easier to just know which one of the fears you have. If it's like honest fear that you say, I cannot go into this neighborhood because they're gonna kill me at this hour, that's honest fear, and don't get in there, prevent that now, right? Because that's the kind of fear that is useful. That's the kind of fear that we had when we were, since we were in a prehistoric era, right? That's normal and we need it, for survival. But let me give you an example of how you can actually detect what kind of, if the fear that you have is useless, and it's usually translated into stress. A lot of people say, it's because that traffic in the morning stresses me up, What that translates into, it's like you're just afraid. And let me just tell you a little bit about this. So when you're stressed because of traffic, that means that going like in reverse engineering, going back into it, it's like you're stressed because you might not arrive on time to your job, or to your business or whatever you're doing. or any activity, you're gonna arrive late, and if you're gonna arrive late, maybe you're gonna lose your job, or maybe your boss is gonna tell you, hey, this is the third time or fifth time you arrive late. You're gonna have to invent this weird reason why you're late, that it just was because you didn't wake up on time. Yes? So how can you prevent being stressed because of traffic? Well, just wake up earlier. That's it. It's pretty simple. There's some kind of fear that you can prevent from having, and if you prevent fear and you prevent stress, then you're gonna live a happier life. You're gonna be more focused. You're gonna be able to finish all your activities, get your goals. Everybody's happy, you know. So this is actually the message that I want to send to you today, because I remember that, and I think that's very important for us to really consider all the time. Yes, I hope you have an amazing day. Of course, as usual, thank you very much for the ones that were able to connect today, and well, let's continue interacting. Okay, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you here tomorrow again. Yes, bye.